Afternoon, everyone. This is Roadkill, and on this wonderful Saturday afternoon, um, I'm gonna have a look at some notes that I've taken over the course of all the discussions that have gone on um, since Streets of Rage 4 came out concerning DLC. Because there have been all sorts of theories and all sorts of predictions. Um, and I think some of them are probably going to be met. So some people have got some pretty solid predictions going. Um, what I think we're going to get, we're definitely going to get extra characters. I mean, the the Mr. X Nightmare trailer has just dropped, so excitement has risen there, and that confirms that we're getting Estelle, which is excellent news. Yeah, we're over the moon for that. Because she's a character that pretty much everybody has been requesting since the game first dropped. Um, yeah, we're getting Estelle definitely for sure, and my, my prediction for Mr. X Nightmare, from what I've seen, is pretty accurate. I I assumed it was going to be an extra campaign with new levels and stuff, but I wasn't expecting it to include extra characters, um, like not even just one. And I certainly wasn't expecting it to add extra moves for the existing characters. That's pretty cool. That's really surprised me. Um, but yeah, I think we're pretty guaranteed to get Max and Shiver as well. Because there was an interesting part at the end of the Mr. X Nightmare trailer that that showed Estelle and then two silhouettes. One of them is definitely Max. You can see it a mile away, and the other one kind of looks like Shiver, but you can't really tell. It's not a great silhouette. But I don't know who else it could be. Estelle, Max, and Shiver. I think everybody knew from the off were going to be the first. You know, the first three characters. Um, because they were in the game, they were more or less complete, they were pretty fleshed out. Um, I I reckon I reckon we'll get Rue at one point because a lot of people seem to want him. Um, a lot of people weren't a fan of him in Streets 3, but there's no reason he couldn't come back and have a better move set. Um, because he wasn't a bad character in Streets 3. He just needed a bit more fleshing out. He needed a backwards throw, and I think he was lacking blitz attacks as well. Like he had the level 1 blitz attack, but I think he was missing a level 2 and 3, if I remember right. He couldn't use weapons either, which didn't help. But anyway, we're not here to bang on about Rue. Um, yeah, we'll probably get Skate as well. Um, I didn't think Skate was going to happen in the beginning, but based purely on how much people are going on and on about him and asking for him and stuff, I think it's pretty likely. Because I think Dotemu is smart enough to listen to what the fans want, because they know that that's how they're going to make the money. That's how they're going to make the money back they spend on the DLC, by listening to what the fans want and delivering exactly that. So I think the key to getting what we want in terms of DLC is to just ask for it. Really, just get videos out there and stuff. But yeah, like the request for Skater is overwhelming. I think um, my mate Face over at Major Players, man, I think he made a video about it some time ago, and I think he launched a campaign for it. Not sure how well that went. Do hope it went well, but I think we're probably getting Skate either way. Albeit probably like a taller and more sort of modern version with. I know he'll probably have the same move set. There's no reason he can't. Um, but I think that's what people's main concern is. Like he's not going to be like the little kid on skates that we remember from Streets 2 and 3. But you never know. There's no reason they couldn't just write in a bit in his bio about him suffering dwarfism or something, you know, and that's why he's still short. I don't know. Number of routes they could take there. Um, yeah, we'll be getting Skate for sure. I reckon we've got Estelle, Max, and Shiva will be on the way eventually. I think whether or not they're going to be um, with other DLC packs, I don't know, or if they're just going to release them as they're finished. Um, but yeah, apart from that, I think I don't know because there was a whole thing about Joe Musashi when the game first came out because I wanted to put Joe Musashi from Shinobi in it, but Sega wouldn't give him the green light for whatever reason. So it felt like that was the route they were going to take at first, like just bringing in characters from other iconic Sega franchises. But I, after it got turned down, I think they've sort of come to the senses, and now they're just bringing in Streets of Rage characters, which is what we want. Um, other characters from other franchises will be welcomed, but for now we just want the Streets of Rage characters. We just want the characters that we feel should already be in the game. Um, yeah, because Joe Musashi, if you ask me, would be a good. He would have made a pretty good addition to the cast, and I don't know. I hope Sega changed their mind and tell Dotemu that they can use him, but I don't know. I don't see what the chances of that are. Um, and a couple of things I want to see. Well, it's mostly just characters. Like I think it's cool that we've got a new campaign in Mr. X Nightmare, but I just want to see some, a more fleshed out cast. I just want to see some more characters added to the roster. Um, in terms of Streets of Rage, I think a Streets 4 version of Zan would be kind of cool. I've never really been a fan of Zan, but I think they could make a pretty cool character out of him. Rue, definitely. Like I'm a huge Rue fan. On Streets 3, I'm a pretty big Rue player. Um, I, I think adding in a few more bosses as playable characters would be pretty interesting as well. And I don't just mean from Streets 4, just turning Streets 4 bosses into into playable characters. They could bring in some, you know, from earlier, installments of the franchise. I don't know, bring in Abadidi, man. Who doesn't want to play as Abadidi? It's never been given to us before. Um, well, excluding ROM hacks and stuff. But yeah, man, Abadidi would be a pretty sick playable character. Um, I think Ms. Y would make a pretty interesting playable character as well. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me, and Dotemu probably wouldn't want to go there either. But yeah, man, I think some of the evil characters would make pretty good playable characters. They've got interesting movesets. Um, yeah, I had thought that maybe Sonic was going to be added into it, but if they couldn't get the green light for Joe Musashi, I doubt they can get the green light for Sonic. But yeah, that's one of the things I want to see. If we're going to see, you know, characters from other franchises, I'd love to see Sonic. You can argue with me all you want about him not belonging, not fitting in with the Streets of Rage world, but I'll just tell you that Rue is a thing in Streets of Rage, so it obviously takes place in a universe where anthropomorphic animals are a thing. So And besides, Sonic comes from a totally different world anyway, so that's all you've got to write in his bio. And another thing is, if we get Sonic in Streets of Rage 4, that'll probably be the closest thing we ever get to a Sonic beat 'em up. Because I don't think we've ever had a Sonic beat 'em up. We've had fighting games, yeah. We had Sonic the Fighters and Sonic Battle, but that's you know those weren't the best when it comes to fighting games. The Fighters was alright. Sonic Battle kind of sucked, but you know we're never going to get an actual Sonic beat 'em up, so it'd be nice to just see him thrown into Streets of Rage, just so we've got something, just so we can kind of feel like we have got that. Um, the reason I thought Sonic was being teased was because of where the painting of Joe Musashi's face is in stage 5, I think it is, yeah, the undergrounds. On the wall just before, you can see some yellow ring shapes, which are blatantly the power rings from the Sonic games. So I thought that was just a teaser, but it's probably just a little Easter egg, just a little Sega Easter egg. Especially since I've since found out that there's another, like, a load of stuff painted on that wall that are supposed to be like references to other games and stuff that I'm not quite familiar with. But yeah, I think that's all I've got really. Really looking forward to seeing what Mr. X Nightmare is like. Looking forward to doing some Hardest and Mania runs with our shiny new character as well. So yeah, I'll probably be doing a live stream, of the of Mr. X Nightmare, and on the same day I'll probably do one of just Arcade Mania or Hardest, depending on what sort of mental state I'm in. Yeah, I'll probably do those on the day it comes out. So keep an eye on my channel if you want to see that. Links to my Twitch and Twitter will be in the description of this video. Following me on Twitter will keep you updated on when I'm going to stream and stuff. But just, if you want to see my live stream, just head straight over as soon as it gets dropped. I'll probably write on Twitter what time I'm doing it, just so you've got a chance to catch me. Right, so I suppose that's it for now. Right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.